Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are in good health and taking good care of yourself. I am Fatima Kulsawala from Atmiya Green School, Chadeshwar. Let's begin our today's class for English grammar, and we would be studying chapter number 11, present tense and present continuous tense. So students, we have previously completed how to form sentences in present tense and present continuous tense. So today we would be moving ahead with the exercises that are remaining. So I request you students to open your grammar textbook, page number 58. We would be doing exercise number D. Given below is some information about another strange festival. Use the verbs in the box below to complete the sentences using present simple or present continuous. So, in the following paragraph or the information given over here, we have to use present simple or present continuous tense. The verbs are given in the box. We have to use those words. So, students, let's see the answer. People near Gloucester in England celebrate an annual event called Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake Festival. So there is an annual event which is celebrated once in a year. Annual means once in a year. There is a event named Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake Festival. The organizers roll a 3 kg round of the double Gloucester cheese down the Cooper's Hill. So the organizers roll down a cheese that is a round in shape and it weighs 3 kg. Many race down the hill after it. So another verb we are going to use over here is present simple because it is a normal sentence. Many race down the hill after it. The first person to reach the finish line at the bottom of the hill wins the cheese. So when they roll down and the first person who finishes the line at the bottom of the hill will get the cheese. He will win the cheese. So here, as we are talking about the singular person, that is third person singular, so we have to use the verb along with S. Today is Monday, 27th May. Now you can notice over here that we are talking about today. That is the activity which would be going on right now. So when we are talking about the activity which is happening at that moment, we have to use present continuous tense. So let's see the next sentence. Many people are climbing the Cooper's Hill to watch the competition. It is at 10 a.m. now. So there is a competition which is going to be held at 10 a.m. And so what are people doing? People are climbing. So here you can see that we have used present continuous tense. An official is getting ready to roll the cheese down the hill. So the official, the person who is going to roll down the cheese is getting ready to carry out the activity. So the official is singular and that's why we have used the helping verb is and the base form along with ing of the verb get, that is get plus ting. Around 40 competitors are taking positions to throw themselves after the cheese. So there are 40 people who are going to run behind the cheese and one who wins the race would get the cheese. So they are taking positions. So your competitors are plural and that's why we have used the auxiliary verb are. Yes, 10:05 a.m. the officials roll down the cheese round downhill Then 10:05 a.m. The competitors are rushing after the cheese round. Here you can see that they are talking about the activity which is going on at that moment. That means at 10:05 a.m. So the competitors are rushing. They are running down. 10:06 a.m. The competitors are running after the cheese round. So the competitors have started running downhill behind the cheese. 10:07 a.m. Carrie Pat from Cardiff is heading towards the finish line. Means the person who is from Cardiff is moving towards. Is heading towards means it is moving towards. And as Carrie Pat is third person singular, we are going to use the auxiliary verb that is and heading, that is the verb moving towards. Head plus ing, that is present participle form of verb head. And 10:08 a.m. Carrie Pat is holding the cheese round around his head. He is the winner. So he won. Here again, Carrie Pat is third person singular, and so we have used the auxiliary verb is and the present participle of the verb hold, that is hold plus ing. So students, I hope that you are clear with this exercise. So please note down the answers in your textbook. Now let's move on to the next exercise, that is exercise E on page number 58 itself. Read the sentences. Say whether each one is in present simple or present continuous. That means after reading the sentence, you have to find out whether that sentence is in present simple tense or present continuous tense. So let's see the first one. I go to my dance class every evening. So this is a habit, or this is an activity which is carried out on the regular basis by me. So this is a sentence in present simple tense. So we will write PS for first one. Let's see the second one. Sheila is painting a picture in her art class. This sentence you can see there is the use of is and the verb is in the present participle form, that is paint plus ing. So she is right now painting a picture in her art class. That means this sentence is in present continuous tense. Third one. The clown is juggling 5 balls. Here this activity is carried on right now. So this is also a present continuous tense. You can see we have used the verb is plus juggling, that is the present participle of the verb juggle. Fourth one. Anoop's mother is hugging him. So this is also present continuous tense, is hugging. Fifth one. I am making a card for my best friend's birthday. Right now I am making a card. So this is also an activity which is going on at this moment. So we are going to write it as present continuous tense. And last one. On Sundays, I go to my grandmother's house. Now normally on every Sunday, I go to my grandmother's house. And that's why this is in present simple tense. So students, I hope that you are clear with this exercise too. Now let's move on to one more point which is remaining in your chapter. Common errors. So let's see what are the common errors we make. Double negatives. In a sentence, if two negatives are present, they cancel each other out to make a positive. And this is not an accepted grammatical norm. For example, I don't know nothing. When you say I don't know nothing, there are two negatives in the sentence. The first is do not, which represents a negative word, and also nothing, that is also a negative word. So when you write this kind of sentence, it may also mean that I know everything. So this is grammatically not correct. Instead of that, we have to write I don't know anything. Here we have only one negative word, that is don't. In the same way, second example, I don't see nothing. Here also you can see there are two negative words, don't and nothing. But this is not right. We have to write I don't see anything. The third sentence, they don't never stop. So students, do you have any idea which are the two negative words over here? Well, we have don't and never. Never is also a negative word. So we don't write two negatives together. Instead of that, we are going to write they don't ever stop. So students, I hope that you are clear with this and you will be completing your exercises in your grammar textbook. We will continue with the next chapter in the next video. Till then, see you soon and take care, students.